Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Doctor Who reaction. This is Hard Live, my name is Matt. Uh episode 5, I think. Yeah, series 10, episode 5. Yes, because previous episode was 4 and it was Knock Knock. I remember Knock Knock. So it was the episode where we had a haunted house. Um Turns out that the house itself was like made of or was inhabited by like alien bugs that ate people and gave the energy to this random woman, and they also turned her into wood. But they did this in order to save her life. And we also had this landlord dude who we thought was the father of the wood woman, but turns out it was actually the son. They've been doing this for like 70 years. But at the end of the day, we managed to show the wood woman the truth, and she decided to stop this whole thing. She committed suicide, also killed the landlord, and released all of the people that were eaten in that episode, which was like a bunch of like random teenagers that Bill was hanging out with. And that was that, essentially. That was the end of the episode, I think. No, there was the thing at the end, wasn't it? Yeah, the doctor brought food to the vault chamber, whatever, that they were taking care of with Narl. And well, in there, yeah, the doctor brought food, and he was like, "I'm gonna eat it." But then Narl left, and the doctor brought the person inside there, person, quote unquote, food, and seems like they just hang out. It seems like they just hang out and talk. He was like, "Hey, I have a story for you. Something happened tonight." And then, so the person inside was playing a piano, it seems like. And then the doctor was like, um, yeah, it was like, "I have a story for you, whatever, alien house, whatever." And the person didn't seem to give a shit. And then the doctor said, like, a bunch of young people died, and then the person inside started just playing again. So I'm like, okay, it might be Missy, because that seems like, until you mentioned murder, the person didn't seem to care, and then they did. So I don't know what that could be, but sure. Um, Aside from that, I think that was it. I don't think much happened that episode. It was a fun episode. It was like the best one this season, personally. But yeah, yeah, I think we're set for episode 5. I do want to mention though, I just read this like half an hour ago. I was checking Twitter. Apparently, it's Matt Smith's birthday. So happy birthday, Matt Smith! You were a really cool doctor. I really enjoyed your run. Looking back at it, I don't enjoy your stories very much, but that's not really your fault. Your portrayal of the Doctor was awesome. We do share a name, so good job on that. I was also a big fan of your hair in Series 5. It kind of changed over time, but Series 5 one was pretty good. So good job on that. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's Matt Smith's birthday. For you guys, it's going to be like a week and a half later. If you're a Patreon, it's only going to be like 2 days later. But still, yeah. I think we're done. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Let's just go. Let's just get into it. So, yeah. Doctor Who, Series 10, Episode 5. Let's go. Y'all not wearing helmets?
The void is always waiting.
So, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that this episode is about space.
So I just want to tell you, if we do get through this, I want to have a baby with you.
That sucks. That sucks even worse, man. Oh, it's another dissonance. Oh. The fuck? Oh, and he can't hear. Oh, that's fucked. That's fucked.
main problem is pressure. Don't hold your breath or your lungs will explode. The boiling temperature of water is much lower in a vacuum. Your sweat and your saliva will boil, as will the fluid around your eyes. You won't notice any of this because 15 seconds in, you passed out as oxygen bubbles formed in your blood. And 90 seconds in, you're dead.
Is someone gonna go like, what are you talking about?
What's this got to do with crop rotation?
Yeah, like...
I don't know, but space is great, isn't it?
I was given strict instructions to keep you at the university.
They're all coming along.
You!
Well, you're not doing a very good job, are you? I'll overlook it this once.
Okay, nobody's gotten the vault, which is a bad thing. Simultaneously, Naruto's coming along, which is what I wanted since like this season started. Unlicensed oxygen? Is that literally what the doctor said would happen if you stay out in space? Like the water boils and like your lungs explode and all that shit?
He's dead.
Well, how can he be dead? He's standing up.
No. His suit's standing up.
Oh.
Didn't he just suffocate?
No, his tank's full.
Yeah, his tank's full.
His field's up.
His what?
Force field keeps the air. Mining station, Chasm, Forge, crew of 40. I've got 36 records of life signs terminated.
There's 4 left.
Station declared non-profitable.
Yeah, your workers all dying will do that for you.
4 survivors. 1 distress call. The universe shows its true face when it asks for help. We show ours by how we respond. Any questions? Good.
Good morning. How may I assist?
What killed the crew of this station?
I am unaware of any recent deaths.
What about the oxygen? Where did it all go?
There has never been any oxygen in this station. Oxygen is available for personal use only at competitive prices.
It's only in the suits. Personal use. They only have oxygen in the suits themselves.
Fuck
Any
you!
unlicensed oxygen will be automatically expelled to
Unlicensed?
protect market value.
Charging for the air you breathe. She hasn't changed.
That applies to the TARDIS, doesn't it?
What's that?
The unauthorized air being expelled. Alright.
So, the TARDIS is on the other side of that.
Yes, I was really hoping that someone would stay in the office.
Occupants of repair station, please identify. Occupants of repair station, please identify.
Oh shit.
Got a distress call. You should be expecting company.
You're in the repair bay, right? Get out of there, now.
Why?
There are suits in there, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
it's the suit.
Stay away from
It's not the body, it's the suit. Screwdriver though. Oh, fuck, damn it.
Plan B. Filtering out all the oxygen.
So they can sell it back to us.
Capitalism in space.
Capitalism is always the problem. How many times has the problem of the episode been caused by capitalism? Oh my god, that's freaky.
Oxygen field engaged. At current levels of
Okay,
exertion,
those
you
suits
have
look okay.
2,500 breaths available.
Breath.
You want 1,000
Give me a
breaths?
minute.
It don't work like that. When you panic, you breathe quicker.
You die quicker.
Oh my fucking god, I hate this.
Deadlock the door.
Coming up fine, won't we?
There was some debate over whether to open it at all.
What? Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
Blue people. The Blue Man Group to show up.
Hello.
Great, we rescued a racist.
What? Excuse me?
Oh my god.
A full rundown of what happened here.
Who the hell put you in charge?
I'm here to save your lives, but if you don't want me to, just raise your hand.
Get the man a map.
Deactivate your organic component.
All the suits got the same command. Best
Why?
guess, someone hacked the network.
What are you mining? Is it worth stealing?
This is the least productive we've all been for months.
Quick, get through!
Well,
Instruction received.
You're dead.
Organic component will be deactivated. Please remain calm while your central nervous system is disabled.
Airlock. Helmets on.
Do we have a force field? Yeah.
Force field thing.
Not strong enough for a vacuum.
Warning, helmet malfunction.
Oh fuck.
Doctor?
Please advise local technician.
Somebody stop it!
Bella, you're about to be exposed to the vacuum of space.
Oh, God.
So don't hold your breath.
Don't do the things that it said at the beginning.
We're listening. Well done.
Yeah, she needs to hang in there until they don't fixing her. 15 seconds until she passes out, right? Your eyes. What is she seeing? Okay, she passed out. Hopefully not dead. Because the suit is doing the moving, not her.
What happened to the doctor? I thought I saw
Yeah,
him.
the doctor took you to safety.
Oh, I thought
He
I thought I
died.
saw him.
He should have done. Don't know how he survived.
But he's passed out, I assume. Or fucked up
About the doctor.
in some way.
Walked in a vacuum for far too long. He's mostly okay, but he paid a price.
I know
do you
for a
mean?
fact this man
He's
didn't
in
do
section
it.
12.
But what happened to him?
Doctor.
Oh,
Bill,
is he blind?
I am. Oh, well, that explains the bruised shins. Oh, don't go all gooey on me. It's temporary.
Really?
Yeah. Once we get back to the TARDIS,
The TARDIS.
I've got stuff in there that'll cure anything. Failing that, I think I've got some spare eyes somewhere. They're from a lizard, but I'm sure they'll fit.
So, until then.
Until then, what?
But
Do you
we're
think this is going to slow me down? I did most of my best work ordering other people around. Bill, I've got no TARDIS, no Sonic, about 10 minutes oxygen left. And now I'm blind. Can you imagine how unbearable I'm going to be when I pull this off?
Don't do this. You always do this.
Do what?
Make jokes to distract me from whatever's about to kill us.
What else are jokes for?
There's a rescue ship on the way, then how can the rescue ship already be here?
Too many rescue ships. That's a first world problem.
Who are you?
I'm the doctor. I will do everything in my power to save all your lives, and when I do, you will spend the rest of them wondering who I was and why I helped you. If anyone's offering a better deal, be my guest.
You didn't save Tasker, did you? Can you give me one good reason why you shouldn't join?
Whoa, whoa! We're all getting a little punchy here. It's the oxygen thinning. It's making it harder to think.
Instruction
You
received.
get out of my way!
Complying. Please remain calm while your
he killed Blue Man.
is disabled.
Oh my god, white Blue Man. I like him.
Doctor, my suit.
Oh
It's
no.
doing it again. I can't move.
Oh my god.
Sequence is jammed. Needs a reboot.
How long will that take?
Too long.
Okay, we'll pick it up. Come on.
Warning, this is an illegal maneuver.
The suit won't let us. Health and safety.
God fucking damn it.
Please do not interfere with the operation of this suit. Fines may be incurred.
Great, I get fined for dying.
Fight for dying.
Doctor?
What do you come up
That
with?
was never a hack. What if this is just business? Business as usual.
Oh my god. They're taxing your loved ones if you die or some shit like that.
We're gonna have to leave you here.
What? I'll die.
You're not gonna die, but I won't lie to you. This will not be good.
We have to go now.
You will go through hell, but you will come through it, and I will be waiting on the other side.
If I was gonna
You
die.
are not going to die.
Would you just say exactly the same?
I will see you soon.
Just tell me a joke before you go. Just tell me a joke!
Instruction received. Complying. Please remain calm while your central nervous system is disabled. Your life is in our
So they're not dead. Is that it? They're just... They don't die, they get fucked up. Nervous system okay, yeah. So they go paralyzed. Is that how it works? And the idea would be to save them after the fact. Because the doctor can just do that.
There's nothing we can do. She's dead.
She's no more dead than you are, than I am, than everyone on this station is. Get me to a keyboard. I've rejected a tiny little bit. Either that or I've really screwed up the plumbing. It's tough when you're blind.
You need to know about this plan.
The nice thing about life is, however bad it gets, there's always one last option available. Dying well.
What is it?
Our life signs. He's wired them to the cooling system. If we die, it vents.
When the suits kill us, and they are going to kill us, the core will blow and the whole station
Which is
will be
bad for
destroyed.
business, and so they will cancel
Really
it.
the best you've got? Revenge?
It's not revenge.
Revenge. It's revenge as bright as the sun. There never was a rescue ship.
What are you talking about?
There was no hacking, no malfunction.
Yeah.
The suits are doing exactly what they were designed to do, what your employers are telling them to do.
And what would that be?
Save the oxygen that you are wasting. You've become inefficient.
Because
You even told
there's
me.
no enough production.
Your conveyors are down.
So everyone had to die.
Well,
You're
you are just
expending-
organic components. And
Yeah.
you're no longer efficient, so you're being thrown away. They're not your rescuers. They're your replacements. The end point of capitalism. Bottom line, where human life has no value at all. We're fighting an algorithm. A spreadsheet. Like every worker everywhere. We're fighting the suits.
That was really good. That was really good. That got me.
They take our lives, we take their station, and every
Exactly.
penny they will ever make from it.
Yeah.
Dying well. It's the finish line.
If we die, we
It's
blow up the
we.
whole thing. Fight the power.
Our deaths will be expensive. We die. Your precious station dies.
Yeah, you're not gonna
The
die.
thing will blow.
This is just
The company will make the biggest loss in its history.
Yep.
A moment ago, we were too expensive to live. Now we're more expensive dead. Welcome to the rest of your lives.
But you said that we were gonna die.
Technically, I said you were as dead as Bill.
Which is
Probably
that
should have
then?
mentioned. Bill's not dead. I saw earlier her suit battery was too low. Not enough for a lethal dose. I know
Oh.
what it takes to kill someone. Ellie,
Oh, so it's only her. But everyone else has died.
they're giving us their oxygen.
Because if you die,
Business.
Well, I'm not sure I'm very happy about it.
Thank you.
that's poetic in a way. Join! Yeah!
Cuddle.
Yeah, cuddle. Oh my god.
Okay, keep your eyes open.
You could have told us your actual plan in the first place.
Yeah, you could
I
have.
could have told Bill her battery was too weak to kill her.
Oh.
The suits would have heard.
Yeah, exact. Oh, I'm
I
dumb.
never to tell the enemy my secret plan.
That's true. That's true, I forgot.
I'm sorry that I didn't have more faith in your method.
Now I can set you down on a hub world outside of corporate control, or anywhere, really.
Head office, we've got a complaint to make.
I think we can arrange that.
That was a really good episode, not gonna lie.
As far as I remember, there's a successful rebellion 6 months later.
Oh shit!
Corporate dominance in space is history. And that about wraps it for capitalism.
Hell yeah!
The human race finds a whole new mistake. But that's another story.
I mean, yeah, we always do that.
Never again.
Stop talking now.
I'm serious. We were so close to not making it back. Then what happens to the vault?
Yeah.
You know what's at stake here.
Really, stop talking.
Look at me!
I can't.
What if you came back injured or sick? You really think our friend down there won't know that?
Are you still
Won't
blind?
sense it? Look at me!
Adol, I can't. I really can't. I can't look at anything. Ever again. I'm still blind.
Shit. Okay. Sure. Sure. Um. Okay. Okay. We gotta talk about some stuff. We gotta talk about some stuff. The big one out of the way. Doctor's blind. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. That doesn't matter that much because, as we saw in this episode, he can still just do some bullshit and it will work out. And like he just did in this episode, he was just like connecting cables and like hacking shit, and he was still blind and he was making jokes about it, but he was still able to do the whole everything. So it really doesn't matter the fact that he's blind. That won't really get in the way of any solution to episodes, except for when it's convenient. Except for when it's convenient to say, "Oh, the doctor's blind, so he doesn't notice that," and if and actually that's probably what's gonna happen. Like, actually, that's probably what's gonna happen. They're gonna have things where the doctor is blind, and because he can't see something, that's what's gonna cause the problem. And that's gonna happen like once or twice. But other than that, it's not gonna matter too much. Like, even if he doesn't notice something in like a random episode, that's not gonna be a big issue because the problem's gonna be solved, right? Because we're halfway through the season. This is episode 5. Not even halfway. Yeah, because it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, until 12. So it's like we got 7 episodes to go. And if the Doctor were to be blind for the remainder of the season, I can see him being blind to the point that he can't do anything. Because it's the Doctor. And we saw it in this episode. He actually did things, even if he was blind. So it's not going to matter too much until it does matter for the specific things that they have in mind when they made him blind, right? The other thing, I mean, the thing is that even if he were to be blind, it's the Doctor. The Doctor's gonna regenerate at some point, so it's not gonna be blind forever. It's just gonna be blind for whatever amount of life Capaldi has left, which is 8 episodes, give or take, essentially. But dude, like, so I'm gonna say right now, I am expecting him to recover from blindness at some point. Like, he's still gonna be blind at least for one episode, 7 tops. But I am expecting him to recover from being blind in some bullshit way. Like, I don't know, like maybe at the finale or like the final arc or a couple of episodes from now. Like, this could just be a minor thing that happens for like 2 episodes and then we go back to normal. Or this, okay, the plot point is probably going to be that the Doctor goes blind and as a result the bolt opens. Or the bolt opens because he's blind or something like that. Probably. Okay, so that. Okay, so that's the thing, is that the Doctor going blind, it's like, it doesn't really matter that much because of the nature of the show, the nature of the Doctor as a character, all that stuff. But it sucks, man. Like, I don't want to see Mr. Capaldi blind. I don't want to see the 12th Doctor blind, because that is such a handicap. That is such a major handicap. It wasn't a handicap for him in this episode specifically, but being blind fucking sucks, man. Like, it's sad to see someone just struggling to do basic things because they're just like, I cannot see. That sucks, man. Like, that feels bad. That's that's the thing about this, is that it's like, logically, it's not gonna matter very much except for very specific points when it's going to matter, because otherwise this wouldn't be a plot point. Um, but it sucks. Like, it's not gonna matter very much for regular casual episode viewing, but it is going to suck, man. Like, it just fuck. Like, it just feels bad. That's what it is. Um, and yeah, he was just lying about having shit in the TARDIS that can heal it. He was just lying about that. Because of course, or maybe he thought maybe it was going to heal it, but it didn't. Because like it did like heal the way his eyes look, but it didn't heal the vision. So fuck. Okay. Let's talk about the rest of the episode. So this episode, it begins with I actually gonna do a lot of going back and checking shit out and whatever. So okay, this episode starts seeing this dude and the other woman in space, and the woman dies because of the fucking suits. But yeah, it begins with the Doctor wanting to go to space. Nardole realizes this, and he's going to go somewhere with Bill. And then Nardole walks in, tries to stop it, fails, and then they all go on an adventure, which I'm happy about, because I am happy of having Nardole back again. Because I fucking love Nardole. Like, that's the thing, is that I love Nardole in Husbands of River Song. He was the best. Then I really like Nardole in Mysterio, though it was different. It was a different iteration of the character, more mature in a way, but it was still Nardole at core, so I was like, hell yeah. But then we never really got Nardole back during Series 10, up until this episode. So for 4 episodes, well, I guess in episode 1, he tagged along for a while, but it was mostly a Bill Center episode, so Nardole didn't really have that much play. In episode 2, he didn't show up. In episode 3, he didn't show up. Like, he showed up a little bit for like one scene, and that was it. The same for 4. But for 5, he actually tags along and comes on with this adventure, which I am very happy about. I immediately was happy about that. So we got space zombies, but they're not zombies, they're just suits. And the thing about the suits is that they do give you... Okay, the suits do give you the oxygen. Like, the station doesn't actually have oxygen in it. It's just the suits. And then the suits get an fucking command from the company saying exterminate organic life form or whatever. So they just kill you immediately. Except for like 4 people, which were the ones that were wearing like bust out suits or something like that. I don't remember what the explanation was, but it was something like that. Then, well, the Doctor, Bill, and Nardole arrived. They used the busted suits because they did have the TARDIS through a force field of oxygen, but then it was expelled because cessation works like that. So, okay, we got this scene. I'm skimming through the episode as I'm talking. I started doing this like two episodes ago, because this is like more convenient to actually remember what the fuck happened in it, and in convenient order. But so they are going to go into outside, into space, because they can't stay inside the building because they're the fucking space zombies coming after them. But then the Doctor, yeah, like they're gonna go outside, and they all put on the helmets because the force field is not strong enough for the space vacuum. So they go outside, and Bill's suit and helmet, the helmet fucks up, essentially. Like, it's broken, it doesn't work. Malfunction. So the suit automatically removes the helmet because it's like, it's not going to work So let's just remove it. The suit just does that automatically. So Bill just gets exposed to the vacuum. She does the best to survive, which is follow the instructions that the doctor gave at the beginning of the episode, where he was given a lecture of like, how do you not die in space for like 15 seconds when you will die. So Bill does that, which is not hold on, like not, well, do not give the oxygen in, just like breathe out, because otherwise your lungs will explode, like shit like that. So she does survive for a little bit. She gets like kind of frozen and passes out, and we get to see like a really cool scene where like we get to see things from her perspective as she's passing out, and she just sees like very flashing images, not flashing, but like weird images of people with like slow motion, low frame rate, whatever, and it's like, okay, and then she passes out. Then she wakes up. She's still in the suit. The suit is like kind of turned off, but then they turn it on and it's fine. And then we find out that what happened was, and I'm actually gonna watch this scene again, because for like a second, you can see Bill walking with a helmet and the doctor without one. And I thought he wasn't wearing one, but it was very quick of a scene and he didn't actually say anything, because I was like, maybe he was, I'm not sure. But then it is revealed that the doctor did in fact give Bill the helmet, because it would have been too long for her to survive. So then the doctor did survive, but he went blind as a result. Okay, we talked about the blindness a little bit, but now we're talking it in a context of this is a plot point in the episode, not as overall arcing season, but within the episode. The doctor goes blind because he gave his helmet to Bill, so Bill could survive, and she did. So that worked out, but he went blind because he was without a helmet in the vacuum of space, which sucks. He does say, "Oh, whatever, it'll get fixed up when I get back to the TARDIS," but that's not true. That's not true in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, Doctor making jokes to distract people about fucking death or whatever. Okay, I gotta say, this bitch, the black woman, she's been giving shit to the Doctor about surviving, and to be fair, she did apologize at the end, which was nice. But she was giving him shit multiple times, pointed a gun at him at one point. But the problem is that she's even like saying like, the other dude at the beginning died, even though you said you were gonna save us. Like, you gave him hope and then you did nothing, some shit like that. She was angry, and as she does that, the blue guy dies. So it's like, if she wasn't distracted trying to fucking shoot the Doctor, they probably would have seen those guys and saved the blue guy. So it is I am putting the blame on her for doing that shit and for that blue guy dying. I definitely am. Given, like, I understand they're all, like, oxygen starved and, like, losing their minds slowly. And she's the one closest to dying because she has the less oxygen. And she just wants to survive, and they understand that she's angry, and the other dude died, but it's like, come on. Like, I would put the blame on her more than anyone about the blue guy dying. And they don't actually go into it, which is fine. Like, I actually like that they don't go into it, but looking at it, I'm like, bitch, the fact that you did that is what killed him, because you didn't see the fucking zombies walking closely to you, so then he dies. Alright, so then Bill gets fucking electrocuted, and then she gets paralyzed. And I thought that they were doing that to everyone, and I was like, oh, everyone's gonna be alive, and it's like, no, they're not. It was only Bill, because Bill's suit didn't have enough power in order to electrocute her and kill her. And then, okay, so the Doctor comes to the realization, which is, of course, the antagonist for this episode was money. It was money and the free market. Hell yeah. Capitalism. This is really fun because like elections for Argentina's president were yesterday. So politics and economy have been the topic of discussion for a little bit, for like the entire past 3 years or some shit. Because our current president is a dumbass. It's actually he goes on fucking TV and says wrong shit all the time. But the point is that economy has been fucked for this entire term. So everybody just hates this guy because it's also like yeah, he does also have like a full-on company. He's like a full-on businessman, and there's essentially no money for the people, and all companies take everything, or like that's the topic of discussion, right? So it's really fun that this was the antagonist of the episode as well, because I am also like, okay, so doing these reactions, I'm pretty sure we've encountered a number of enemies that every time I said I talk bullshit, or like I shit talk capitalism in some way, shape, or form. To the point that I also feel like it's like a little bit too much. Like I'm playing up a persona that people are gonna hate because I'm just like, yeah, that system sucks, man. Like socialism, commie, whatever, you know. But the reality is that then the show itself just says like, in-game capitalism. This is what it is. You know, the people don't matter. You are just like a resource that you can just throw away because it actually doesn't matter. What matters is maintaining the oxygen, or like the production that you do. Production was low, so you don't matter anymore. And just like they need to conserve oxygen, you know? Unauthorized oxygen will be pushed out, or like whatever, just removed from the station. It's unauthorized oxygen. Just think about that. Unauthorized oxygen, bitch. Like, immediately they tell you they don't care about the people. They don't care about these people. And like, because for the most of the episode, they were thinking that the reason why the suits were trying to kill them is because someone hacked the system. And then it's like, no, that's what they're designed to do. The company itself sends them the command, the directive to just kill you because you don't matter anymore. So fuck it. And it's like, that's wonderful. And I love that the solution to this was that after the doctor realized this, he was like, all right, I'm gonna hardwire your life, like the fact that the suit can recognize your life support or whatever, to the core of the fucking space station. So if you die, the entire space station is gonna explode. It's gonna fucking blow up. And the doctor goes like, all right, so if we die, the entire explosion blows up. It will be the biggest loss your company is gonna ever suffer. That is gonna be really expensive for you. And then they just immediately stop. They give them the air. It's like, all right, we're cool. And it's like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Like that. Oh my god. Like the fact that the show goes really hard on that shit. This episode in a specific, it's like, man, that's satisfactory. Because like it is true. Like it is actually true. Like I don't actively fight to change the system or fight the system or whatever. It's like I just want to live my life in peace. But the thing is that when what I consider to be basic human rights, or other people's basic human rights, are being violated, and put to a point where it's like they don't matter as much as money, it's like, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Fuck off. Get the fuck on my fucking face. You know? Shit like that. And this episode was essentially that. Like, that was the problem, and they used that as the solution as well. Money is always the thing. And it's like, oh, god damn it. Like, I don't know. I just like that. I like that that was the problem, and I like that that was the solution. And I like the moment of clarity that the doctor had, because for the entire episode, it's like, why is this happening? Is some hacking or some shit? And then he's like, oh, oh my god, money. It's money. It's always money. Like, you are not valuable anymore. Therefore, you go. Like, that's all it is. And it's like, oh, fuck. Damn it. Like, that's so good. And I really like the end point of capitalism. A bottom line where human life has no value at all. We're fighting an algorithm, a spreadsheet. Like, every worker everywhere would fight in the suits. that one got me. That one was a really good fucking line. Like, because they are literally fighting the suits. And it's like every worker would fight in the suits. Like, oh my god, that was funny. That was really funny. That was a really good line. Jamie Matheson, you son of a bitch. This is the best of your episode so far. I like that he's immediately like, we die, the fucking station blows up, bitch. What are you gonna do? And they immediately stop. Okay, let's talk about the cuddle. Let's talk about the fucking cuddle. Because Bill immediately goes to like hug the doctor, and then Noddle walks into frame smiling, and then he's like, yeah, let's go. and then he literally says cuddle, and it's like, oh my god, that's just fun. That's the best. So I was thinking, for a second I thought he was just looking cool with the sunglasses, but then I was like, well, maybe his vision is still like kind of fogged and he still has to wear them. And it's like, no, he's just fucking blind. So that's essentially what happened in it. Okay. So this season, episodes have been increasingly getting better, I have to say. And I knew that some shit was coming because people have been like commenting like, oh boy, can't wait for this next few episodes. So I was like, okay, so something's probably gonna happen, something like cool. And it was something shocking. Like, that was a good episode, but it's shocking the fact that the doctor is now blind. And then the question is of like, for how long is he gonna be blind? For like 1 episode, 2 episodes, 7 episodes, until he regenerates? Like, I have no idea. This is something. This is something, I tell you what. So, okay. Like, I'm trying to think. So, oh yeah. There is definitely gonna be maybe next episode. Okay, so what I'm thinking is this is gonna happen next episode, either at the beginning or near, or like 3/4 of the way through. Like right when they're about to resolve the conflict, and then they're gonna be having a conversation at the end, because there's not gonna be a proper conversation in the middle of the conflict. There's gonna be one at the end, or it's gonna be at the beginning. And what I'm talking about is the conversation that the doctor should have with Bill about him being blind. Because here's the thing, is that Bill is not gonna like that, and she's gonna feel guilty as shit. Because she was like super concerned over the fact that he's not blind, and then he was like, oh, it's fine, like, I can just cure my eyes when I get to the TARDIS, it's fine. And then she's like, oh, okay, so until then, yeah, yes. But of course he was lying. And the thing is that you can't hide the fact that you can't see. You can't hide the fact that you're blind. So Bill is gonna notice. And I know that she's gonna notice, because they're gonna keep doing this shit. Because we're halfway through the season. So, like, will she notice next episode? Will she notice 2 episodes from now? Because, like, I'm sure the doctor is good enough that he can, like, play it out as if he didn't. But you can't do it forever. Because, like, blindness is one of those things where it's like, oh, you didn't see that? And it's like, yes, totally saw that. Okay, what was that? You know, like, you can't fake it. You can do it until a certain point, and then it's gonna fall apart. So Bill is gonna notice, like, next episode at the beginning, next episode 3/4 across that, or at the end, or 2 episodes from now, or whatever. But she is going to notice, like, definitely. The question is, for how long is he going to be blind? So, those two things. Like, Jesus, like, okay, that is a shocker. I was not expecting that. Like, of the thing that would happen to the doctor, I never thought he would just go blind. Because it's like, okay, that is actually good, because that is a handicap. That is a very good handicap that makes it so the doctor can still do shit, because he just can. He's just a doctor. He's just that clever. And it will go away whenever they need it to go away. But it is there. And it's fucked up. You know? So it's like, okay. That is a good one. That is actually a good one. I'm thinking of Majima from Yakuza now. Okay, so I'm thinking of Majima from Yakuza now, who is not blind, but he has an eye patch on his left side, I think. He's blind on that side because he was stuck by a fucking knife. But the thing is that there is one, like, submission or whatever in that game, in Zero, where he thinks he's gonna hook up with a girl, and then the girl doesn't show up, and then he gets mugged or whatever, or people try to mug him, and it's like, oh, we were lying. And then they, like, the fight resolves, you win, and then they all run away, and it turns out that there actually was a girl all along, but he walked in a way where the girl was, like, here to his left, but since he's blind from that side, he didn't get to see the girl, and he just walked away, and then the girl was like, oh, I guess that man isn't coming in after all. And it's gonna be something like that, where the doctor's gonna be blind, and he's gonna completely miss something that we as the audience will see, and the doctor is just not. And that's gonna be like the main thing. Also, now I'm thinking about Peter Capaldi with an eye patch. How cool would that look? How cool would that look? Peter Capaldi with an eye patch. Like, yeah. Yeah, man. That's cool. I like that. Because, like, for one moment I had this moment in this episode, and I think I said it, like, Capaldi has this, like, intimidating presence to him, or, like, not intimidating, but, like, imposing. Like, he imposes respect on him just by existing in a way. So he walked in and he was like, all right, give me all this shit. And everyone was like, who put you in charge? And he's like, I'm here, and I'm here to save all your lives. You can do that or fuck that. And everyone was like, okay, sure. It just helped. It just gave him all the shit. And it's like, Capaldi just has to walk in, stand there, and just say things, and people would be like, okay. Like, okay, sir, sure. And it's like, oh my god, Capaldi is such a great doctor because of that, honestly. That might be my favorite thing about him. Because, like, yeah, I'm thinking about different doctors, and it's like, I'm not sure everybody can pull that off. Like, Matt Smith, definitely not. I was talking about Matt Smith at the beginning because it's his birthday, but it's like, the 11th Doctor definitely, like, I don't think he's a doctor that, like, he walks in and he just imposes respect on him just by standing there and saying, like, okay, give me this, you know? People would be like, what are you talking about? Like, what the fuck, man, you know? But Capaldi is like, he has so much presence to him that everybody is like, okay, you know? Immediately. And I love that, you know? Okay, so we have that. I think we're done with the review of this episode. It was fucking really good. Like, again, the episodes this season has been increasingly getting better. Well, episode 1 is really good. Episode 2 is kind of a dip. Episode 3, 4, and 5 just keep going up. Just keep getting better. The problem is that I'm not sure if next episode is going to live up to this one. Because this one was fucking fantastic. But it might be. It might be living up to it. So, you know, I'm excited. I want to see where this goes. But simultaneously, by the way, and I'm pretty sure I've said this already, but it's like, every episode we're doing a season 10, it's like, oh man, this is my final Capaldi season. And I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, I don't want it to end. I actively don't want it to end. So I'm just like, man, fuck, damn it, like, damn it. All right, it has to end at some point. There, like, we don't like endings like the Doctor, but we gotta make do. We gotta deal with them. Just like the Doctor needs to deal with the fact that he's now blind. But whatever. I guess we're done with this review then. Alright everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this Doctor Who reaction. If you would like to see next episode already, it's up on Patreon as well as full length. Check out the links in the description, gaming channel, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Take care.